Jewish immigration, a turning point in American history. Let's begin here in America, a place of opportunity, a place of freedom, liberty, happiness. America's an amazing place, a place I can call home. It's made up of many things. It's made up of street corners filled with this and that, people bustling around the city. Fine architecture from the world's finest architects. A place filled with art, music, and culture. There's so many things to see, so many sights, so many people. But please, do not let us forget about the food. This place, this is America. But see, you have to understand that America didn't magically appear like this. People changed it. They changed the fabric of America. Why don't we begin here on Ellis Island? It seems as if nothing is here at all. But many immigrants came through here every single day. At the end of 1870, there were about 40,000 Jews in the United States. Most of them had immigrated from other countries. You might be asking yourself, how and why did this big number immigrate? Well, I'm going to tell you, and it's going to start in a very likely place. It's going to start right here in 19th century Europe. See, in Europe, the Jews were in a heap of trouble. I mean, there was a lot of anti-Semitism, and especially in Russia, because Tsar Nicholas I had issued over 600 anti-Jewish decrees during his reign, between 1825 and 1855. But see, even before the time that we're talking about right now, Jews were actually given rights. They were actually tolerated during the Roman Empire. Now, at the end of the Roman Empire, when their last capital was not Rome and it was Constantinople, their leader, Constantine, made more or less pro-Christian laws and made Christianity the main religion, which in turn made Jews second-class citizens. Now going forward in history, back to the 19th century, back to Russia, even though it was so bad for them, they were prosecuted, they were not tolerated at all, people hated them there. But now there were these things, they were called pogroms, and what these were is they were these sporadic attacks by the Russians, and they would go out and they would kill Jews, they would leave a wake in their path, destroy homes, and it was terrible for the Jewish people living there. So for the Jews, it was really bad. This was not a good time. They were banished from many places, multiple times, including Africa, Arabia, Austria, Babylon, Belgium, Czechoslovakia, Denmark, and Egypt. They were banished from these places and many more on separate times, multiple occasions in Europe. And there were these things like pogroms that were destroying the Jewish people. They had to escape the hatred. They had to escape all of it to make a better life for themselves.
The poverty and pogroms that racked Eastern European Jewry were the impetus for Jews to leave and go to other countries. The Russian government encouraged it. They said the borders are open because they were interested in being uterine. They didn't want the Jews in Poland and Lithuania, in Belarus. They didn't want them. And therefore, they encouraged Jews to leave.
Finally, the Jews that were immigrating, they had found peace, happiness, and prosperity. A land where streets were paved with gold. Well, hold on, not exactly. They would find their own hardships, but they would overcome them, because they as a people were strong. in the dirty streets of Manhattan and other cities that the Jews did live in, they would find many diseases, many ailments. Living in the tenements and slums were very hard for the Jewish immigrants. Some of them actually worked at factories for low wages out of desperation. Though tenement life was hard, the Jews would rise up and change America. What you are seeing right now are the Marx Brothers. Their mother of German origin, they were too born in Germany. At a young age, they left Germany and immigrated to America. The Marx Brothers, their mother, their grandfather Levi, an umbrella maker and a ventriloquist, and their grandmother, a harp player, all came to America. You could say that they were the first of their family to be on stage. They were instant hits, entertaining those of that era. But most importantly, the Marx Brothers revolutionized comedy. They showed their generation, and ours still today, different ways to laugh at things, different perspectives in life. The Marx Brothers and other Jewish comedians like them truly changed comedy in America. But what about another important Jewish name? This time it's in chocolate. Yes, I'm talking about Milton Hershey. He was born and raised on a farm, and at the age of 14, he was an apprentice to a candy maker. Times were tough for Milton Hershey, though. He was an entrepreneur and had a little bit of a rough start. But what truly intrigued him was candy. He loved exploring and experimenting, putting new things together. So he was very intrigued with milk chocolate. So he sold his caramel company off for a comfortable $1 million and started the company we know and love today as Hershey Chocolate.
A couple times starting his own business, but finally found success in Lancaster with the Lancaster Caramel Company.
Milton Hershey started the company in 1900, and it's been going on ever since. As you can see, the Jewish people are changing and still changing America. This time they are revolutionizing chocolate through the genius of Milton Hershey. The Jews have contributed greatly to chocolate and to comedy, but they've helped out with something even more important. Yes, I'm talking about science. But who am I talking about? I am talking about the great Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was born on March 14th in Ulm, Germany. At a young age, Albert Einstein showed a true curiosity towards science and the mysteries of the universe. At a very young age, Albert Einstein was very much into music, taking both piano and violin. At the height of Einstein's career, he created the theory of relativity, which would greatly benefit the Manhattan Project. In return, the Manhattan Project would figure out how to create the nuclear bomb with Einstein's help. Without Einstein, without this great Jewish man, we might have not been able to defeat Japan. And even in the end, if we did win without the nukes, more men would have died. Albert Einstein was a great contributor to our nation and science. Turning away from the world of science, let's begin talking about music. Let's talk about Kenny G. Kenny G, born in Washington, Seattle, saw his first saxophone player on The Ed Sullivan Show. He became very intrigued with the instrument and began playing. Actually, the first time he tried out for his school jazz band, he didn't make the cut. He would go on to becoming one of the greatest saxophone players in the world of his time, and winning a Grammy. Kenny G even created his own method of breathing, which would revolutionize the saxophone. The Jewish people have changed America's culture, the way we live every single day. From their great arrival, they have revolutionized many of the ways that we live today, from science to comedy. Because of the Jewish people, America has been turned from a strong country to an even stronger one.